do. Yeah, I know. You're like, why? Why? What are you doing, Brittany? Hi. Hello, cutie pies. Little Jaxon, little Teddy, and little Jaxon. You ready? You ready? Okay, come on. What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so you are notified every single time I drop a video and you don't miss not one video. Everybody in here, smash that like button, share this video, and drop a comment down below during the video, after the video, before the video, whatever you feel. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like about the video. Let me know what you want to see next. You saw by the title and the thumbnail, we got a good one. So let's get straight into this groom. Also, you guys, make sure you are watching the ads all the way through. I know some of them can be a little lengthy, but watch them as much as you can, as long as you can, as best as you can. It helps to support this channel. It helps to support me. It helps to allow me to do this on more of a full-time basis in the future. And it helps just to get me back out to the algorithm. But with that being said, let's get back into the groom. Okay, everybody, so as you can tell, this is Jaxon. If you have not caught Jaxon's first groom with me, I have tagged that as one of the first tags in the video. So once you're done watching this, you can go back and watch Jaxon's first groom so you all know he is getting the same haircut. So I'm going to go over all of that while I am discussing through the video and just kind of walking you step by step. Now, I know I put up a video maybe 2 weeks ago asking everybody how they like this angle, and a lot of people said that it gives them vertigo, a headache, made them dizzy. So I tried my best with this one to cut out a lot of my twists and turns, and I didn't even realize how many times I turned my head in one groom until I edited this video and tried to cut a lot of it out. I will start off turning my head really slow, and then I just whip my head back around, and even that made me dizzy. So I can only imagine how it made y'all feel. So also, in regards to this video, watching it over and editing it, there is a lot of footage that you actually do see, so this seems to be like a better angle. But let me know in the comments how you feel about it, how you feel about the edits. I try to, like I said, skip out the parts where I'm whipping around really quickly and trying to move throughout the groom, but let me know down in the comments how you like it. So Jaxon is getting a traditional teddy bear cut, the same cut that he got last time on my channel. He is going to be getting a 1/2 inch on his body, and this time I do an agar comb on his head. That's 3/4 of an inch on his head. And I trim his ears and demat his tail because his tail is matted this visit. Now, this was a couple months ago, and Jaxon's been in several times, but this time, as you guys saw, Jaxon did bring his little new brother. So they've had Teddy for a little bit now, but Teddy has never been on the channel before because I haven't recorded his groom. Teddy is a groom that I did record in this angle, so I'll be putting him up probably next week. And I'm going to do my best and edit it as much as I can so it's not as shifty as some of the other videos have been, so it's not giving anybody a headache or vertigo or making them dizzy or anything like that. But definitely, like I said, let me know in the comments how you guys like the video. I tried, like I said, to edit out a lot of the fast and rapid movement so it wasn't as harsh. But for this video, we're going to be starting out with his prep work as we generally do and how we used to do. So I'm going to be doing his paw pads, as you can see. I'm going to be doing his sanitary and his nails, and then I'm going to take him to the bath and get him all washed up. Now, I do have a question for you guys. I'm also going to put it up as a poll, so if you catch it, just respond when you can. But I do want to know, do you prefer the videos sped up or do you prefer the videos at normal length? For the most part, I'm going to speed up the bath, especially if the video is around 2 hours long. I'm going to try and cut it down to at least 1.5 hours. I personally, editing an 1.5 hour video is a lot, so I am doing the best I can with what I have, but I'm going to try and cut it down as much as I can to get it less than 2 hours. But let me know if you guys like the sped up video or if you like just the regular speed video. And like I said, I'm going to put a poll up on my channel just for you all to answer the questions. Okay, so for those of you who did not catch the first video of Jaxon and who may not go back and watch the other video, Jaxon is a mini Labradoodle. I do believe I put that up on his video. If I miswrote what he was, if I put in there Golden Doodle, I'm going to go back and change it, but I'm pretty sure I put Labradoodle. But he is a mini Labradoodle. He is the sweetest boy I know, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I put some pictures in there. Now, usually I'll put their finished pictures of what they look like when they pose for the camera, but Jaxon doesn't like to do that. Jaxon likes to smack the camera out of my hand. So I put some pictures in the end. If you stick around, you'll see what Jaxon looks like when I'm taking pictures and how hard it is to actually take a good picture of Jaxon because he moves so much, which I thought they were quite funny. But I did put a picture in there of his cute finished groom picture, like I always do. Now, I do want to make this comment because I know a lot of people make comments about the background music that I put in my videos. So my last video that I put up on Monday, that video had a song in there that I was just kind of testing out. After a lot of critiques, I'm probably not going to put that song back in there anymore. Usually the music that I put in there is pretty chill, pretty relaxed, but I wanted to try something different. But I won't be putting that style of music in there anymore. Nobody seemed to like it. I didn't even like it. So we won't be doing that anymore. But the reason why I put in background music is because generally we play music in the salon, and that music is music that I can get copywritten for. So it's all mainstream music that we play in the salon, and if it is played on my YouTube channel, I could get copywritten for and dinged on my channel, and if I get so many, they'll take away my YouTube channel. So I don't want that to happen. So I do put in as background music non-copywritten music, and I still leave some of the audio from the groom in the video so you guys can hear it, because I know a lot of people like to hear the water, the dryer, the clippers, the brushing, the shears and all that. So I try and leave all of that in there while I still have the background music. I just need the background music at a certain level to drown out the music that's being played in the salon. So if you guys can just bear with me, I'm trying to find some pretty chill music. I try not to keep the same sound as background music in my videos because it gets a little tedious, so I try and switch it up a bit. I know somebody asked for jazz. Jazz is really nice. I actually really do like jazz in the background, and I try and find some chill music that is very relaxing for people to sit back and watch my YouTube videos. And although I've said this in several other videos, I am getting new subscribers every day, and a lot of people ask about that as one of their questions in my comments. So you'll probably hear me say this in the next couple videos, maybe not back to back, but like every other video you'll probably hear me talk about the music and explain why the music is in there, because I'm constantly getting new people every day, which I appreciate so much. And thank you all for subscribing to my channel. You are 100% helping me grow, and I am loving it. So I do just want to quickly explain how to properly demat a tail, or just demat your dog in general. So as you see, I have his tail in my hand and I am brushing at his tail. So what I'm actually doing is I'm holding the bone of his tail so that the brush doesn't constantly hit his tail. It's hitting my finger, and then I'm brushing out the mat. If you are ever trying to demat your dog at home, the best thing you can do is hold the base of the mat and brush. Never brush at the dog's skin or the tailbone or anything like that, because you can easily brush burn the dog if you're brushing too aggressively in one area and it's constantly hitting the skin. So when you guys see me demat dogs, it's because I am properly dematting dogs and I'm causing very little to no irritation. What you can also do is you can get yourself a good dematting spray. So it's a detangling spray. I have one linked in my description box if y'all want to go check it out on Amazon. That's the one that I use in the salon for the most part. If it is a very matted dog and I am dematting some areas of the body, I'm going to use that detangling spray. For his tail, I didn't use anything because this is before his wash. So once I wash him and condition him, that goes back and it conditions the fur and it conditions the skin, and it kind of helps give the fur that natural glossy coat as opposed to the staticky look that it has once you're done brushing it out.
Right. 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 Oh. Wow. Right.
And also, if you don't have a conditioning spray but you have conditioner at home, you can put a little bit of conditioner inside of a spray bottle and mix it with some warm water and use that as a detangling spray. It works just as well. I would just get a decent conditioner. So not like a cheap conditioner or something that's already watered down. You don't want anything like that. You want a conditioner that has a thick consistency, because that's going to be your best bet, and that's the best quality conditioner you can find. Something that has a thick consistency. You don't want anything that's really heavily watered down. And when you're using the spray that you created with the conditioner and the water, you don't have to actually spray it on the mat itself. You can spray it on whatever tool you're using. So if you're using a brush, if you're using a comb, a dematting rake, you can spray it directly on there and it will help demat what you're trying to brush out, as opposed to you spraying it on the actual mat. Now you can spray it on the mat if you'd like to. I would just be very careful not to spray it too much on the skin, because then you're softening the skin and it can be easily bruised by brushing it out with the brush. So just be careful where you're spraying it. You can spray it directly on the mat, just be careful of the skin, or you can spray it on the brush, comb, or dematting tool that you're using. Even brushing your tail. I'm brushing my finger. Oh, no, it is. Oh. His tail is always raveled up, but it comes out very easily. And wag his tail at home. But it's literally the only thing that's ever mattered to me. So for Jackson's bath, I'm going to be doing a blueberry face wash, and I'm going to be using the Hydra Color Enhancing Shampoo on him, as well as a dematting conditioner. Now, like I stated earlier, he's never really matted. It's really just his tail that comes in matted. Sometimes he'll have mats on his ears, but he's never really actually matted. So I don't have to use a detangling conditioner. It's just really good, and it helps a lot for brushing before his actual clippering. So right now I'm just going to wet him up. Now I had a comment about how much soap that I use on the dog, and I want to say again, I don't actually use a lot of soap. I just thoroughly wet the coat, and then I use the shampoo to kind of work a nice lather through the coat. But if you're thoroughly wetting the dog and you're really soaking them up really good, you don't have to use a lot of soap because that soap will lather with the water. So when you see me washing a dog and you see it sudsing up really nicely and getting really foamy, it's not really the shampoo. I mean, it is the shampoo because it's the quality of the shampoo that creates a nice lather, but I'm not using a lot of soap. I'm actually just using a lot of water and maybe like 1/8 soap to the rest water, I guess, if that's a ratio. Now with this face wash, I do have to use a little bit more than I usually would, but I'm still not using a lot. It's really mainly the water that's doing the most work creating that lather, but I do have to use a little bit more soap than I usually would because this face wash doesn't lather as well as I would like it to. And for this one you have to do a little bit more, but we actually since then have been done with this face wash because it doesn't lather as well as it should. So, real quick, I do want to talk about the importance of giving a proper bath on your dog. Now, I've talked about this in other videos prior to this, but I do want to touch base on this again. Now, for new groomers and people that are washing their dogs at home, it is very important to give your dog a proper bath, because if you are half washing your dog, your haircut is not going to come out as well as you would want it to. It's not going to look great. It's not going to feel great. It's not going to come out as nice as you want it to. So it's very important to really properly scrub your dogs. So, like I said a few minutes ago, what I do with my dogs is I thoroughly wet my dogs. So when I'm wetting down my dogs before I put shampoo on it, it's almost like I'm washing my dog. So I'm massaging that water in, or I'm just running the hose all over their body vigorously, just to make sure they're getting nice and wet, and like pretty much you want the water to drip off of them. That's how wet you want them to be. So then when you go to put the shampoo on them, you don't need as much shampoo, because that small amount of shampoo is going to work all over the body and bring that nice big lather that you want when you're cleaning your dogs. And that's why it always looks like, again, like I have so much shampoo, because I am really massaging that soap in and making sure that the lather builds up, and I'm making sure that I'm getting all that dirt and that debris out of their coat. It's kind of like when you go to a hairdresser and you sit back in the chair for them to wash your hair, and they are just kind of wiping your hair. They're not really scrubbing your hair and really getting your hair and your scalp and your hair follicles clean. That's pretty much what you want to do with your dogs when you're washing your dogs. You want to really massage that coat and work in that shampoo so it's actually cleaning the dog up. You want to make sure that your dog smells nice when it's done. You don't want to do all that work and your dog still smells like a wet dog when you're done washing your dog. You want to make sure that the scent of the shampoo is on your dog so your dog smells good. Now, how long that scent lasts on your dog depends on two things. One, the quality of the shampoo that you got, and two, the quality of the bath that you did on your dog. So you really want to make sure that you are really scrubbing your dog like how you will wash your own hair, how you really scrub your hair in the shower. That's pretty much what you want to do with your dog, because if you think about it, your dogs are on the ground. They walk on all four of their paws. We don't walk on our hands and feet. We don't walk around, crawl around like that. So we're not that dirty because we're not that close to the ground. Yes, our feet are really dirty, our sneakers, whatever, but dogs, their faces are really dirty, their legs are really dirty, their butts are really dirty. So you want to make sure you get all of that clean and really scrub your dog. Now, in terms of the conditioner, what I've learned with that is the longer you let the conditioner sit on your dog, the easier it is to rinse out, the stronger the scent is on the dog's coat, and the softer your dog's coat is. You also really want a good quality conditioner, and I can't stress that enough, because a bad quality conditioner is basically just giving them another wash with the shampoo. It's not really re-moisturizing the coat and the skin. It's not going to do a whole lot. But you really want to get a really good quality conditioner and shampoo as well. But like I said, the longer you let that shampoo and that conditioner sit on the coat, the easier it is to rinse out. The longer the scent lasts, the stronger the scent is, and the softer the dog's coat is. Now, I actually just recently found out that a lot of people think that you are not supposed to wash the dog's face. Please wash your dog's face. Please, please, please wash your dog's face. Your dog's face is constantly on the ground, sniffing dirt, sniffing pee, sniffing poop. And some dogs roll in it. Literally, some dogs, I mean, my dog will do it. My dog literally has rolled in a dead animal before. It was so gross. He smelled so horrible. I washed him in a little tiny disposable pool before I brought him in the house because it smelled so bad. But the dog's face, besides the feet, is one of the dirtiest parts of the dog's body, because it's constantly in the ground sniffing in high grass and all that. So you really want to get in and scrub that face. I cannot tell you how many times I've had a dog that had all of these ticks on the face, had fleas on the face, just so much dirt and debris on the face. Actually, one of the dogs that I just did the other day, the most dirt came off of his face, which was so crazy to me. But yeah, It was the dirtiest face I've ever washed on a dog. So when you are washing your dog's face, please make sure you're washing the dog's face. And I recommend doing a puppy tearless shampoo. That's what we use in the salon, a puppy tearless shampoo. It's by Quadruped. It's pink. It's really good and it smells fantastic and it gets their faces so clean in just one wash. So please, if you don't take anything from this, really scrub your dogs, thoroughly wet your dogs, and please wash their faces, because I cannot tell you how much dirt and debris builds up on a dog's face. Scrub those faces. Okay, so now I'm going to be getting started on Jackson's haircut. And for his body, as I stated earlier, we're going to be doing a 1/2 inch on his body. So that is a 1 guard comb, if anybody is wondering. And the color of it, for those of you that use, I want to say it's Andis, no, it's wall blades. For those of you that use wall, like clipper comb blades, the color of it is like a orangey color. It's like orange tan, or it's not a brown, it's more like an orangey tan, but that's the color of it. It's a 1 guard and it's a 1/2 inch on the body. Now what I do on his face, like I said in his last grooming video, depending on what session of grooming this is will depend on what clipper comb I do on his face. Now, the last time he was here, I did a 0 guard comb on his face. So this time, I only did an A, and the A is just to neaten up around his face. It's not to take major length off his face. So it's weird. So it's every other visit I'll do either a 0 guard comb, which is 5/8, and then the next one I'll do a 3/4, which is an A, and then the next one I'll do 5/8. So I rotate them in between because I never want to take too much off of his face, and his haircuts always look exactly the same because for some reason his body grows so much faster than his actual face, which is usually opposite for dogs. But for him, his face grows very slow and his body grows even faster. So I'll rotate the 2 clip combs. So I know everybody wants to know about the pros and cons of grooming. So that video is actually going to go out next week. I do have a different topic for this video today, but that video, the pros and cons of grooming, is going to go out next week. I'm still trying to gather everything together and write my list out and write the pros and cons of each one, because when I tell you there is so many pros and cons to grooming, and I will say there's more pros than cons, but sometimes the cons can catch up with the pros. So it really just depends on who you're talking to, but I'm just going to give my perspective on it when I talk about that, but that'll definitely be next week.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna like these if you get them. Huh? Right. Did they give you an estimate time on the phone?
So the one thing I want to talk about today is the different camera angles that I'm doing on here, because I'm trying to figure out what angle is best suit for everyone. Now what I will say is the camera angle today, you're able to see a lot of it because it was angled like perfectly. I don't even know what I did, but it looks really good. You're able to see a lot. But sometimes when you're recording with a GoPro, because I know a lot of people like the GoPro because they see a lot of other groomers using the GoPro is a little hard to set up because when you are setting up the camera angle and it's sitting up at the top of your head, you cannot visually see what you are actually recording while you're recording it. So what I'll usually do is I'll do a couple test videos and just kind of run through what I'll do. I'm pretending that I'm clippering the body just to kind of see what you guys will be looking at and to make sure that you all can see something. The last video that I did with Chance, I have no idea what happened with that video and why the angle was the way it was, but it drove me nuts because I just knew I had it in the right angle, but I think I don't know what went wrong that day, but this angle looks a lot better. You're able to see stuff. So right now I'm running through a couple different angles of what I'm actually going to be recording, and it's going to look different in each video because I'm trying to figure things out. For everybody that likes a stationary camera, I'm still going to be doing the stationary camera because it is easier just to prop my camera or my phone right up on the station and get things recorded. But for those of you that like the GoPro, it's a little bit harder because I work in a shop with other people and I kind of sometimes have to catch the tub when I can or catch the dryer when I can. So it's a little bit harder, and messing around with the GoPro is a little bit more time consuming. So for me, I try and just get the videos for y'all. I get them set up and I get the camera there for y'all. I know sometimes you guys want to see up close in person when I'm doing paw pads or if I'm doing a sanitary or doing nails and things like that. I know you want to see up like right there while I'm doing it, and sometimes I can catch it like this one and sometimes I can't, so it just really all depends. But I just try my best to try and get different video angles for you guys and just record in general for you guys, because if I can't get my GoPro out, putting my phone propped up on the station is the quickest and the easiest thing for me to actually get content out for you guys, because like I said, I work in a salon where it's very fast paced, so things sometimes happen and I can't worry about the camera angle or different things like that. Somebody commented and said that the grooming loop was in the way of the camera in my last video and that I should be mindful of what people are watching and that I have viewers that want to watch things. Well, the only reason why the loop was there was because I was trying to position the dog in a way that it was comfortable. So when I am grooming a dog, my main focus is the dog, and I'm trying to do what's best for the dog, what's most comfortable for the dog. So my main focus is not, oh wait, I set this loop in the middle of the camera angle for like 2 seconds. That's not my main focus. I'm not going to focus on that. I'm sorry if that upsets some of you guys, but my main focus is the dogs, and that's what I'm worried about. Once I get that secure and once I know the dog is secured and safe and nothing's going to happen, then I'll worry about the camera angle. But my first priority is the dog. I'm going to set up the little camera just so you guys can see what I'm doing, but my main focus is always going to be the dog. So if while I'm grooming I set something in the angle of the camera and you guys can't see anything temporarily, just know I'm gonna move it, but I'm just trying to get the dog secure first. I'm trying to get all of that figured out first. Also, in terms of me using the GoPro all the time, I'm not going to use the GoPro all the time because not everybody likes this angle, because it is difficult for some people and it can be difficult for me a bit while I'm watching this angle. So I will say this one is a lot better than the last video that I had. Again, I have no idea what the setup was with that, but this one is a lot better, so it was a little bit easier to edit. And I did, like I said, try and cut a lot of the twists and turns out as much as I could. So you guys let me know in the comments if this was better than the last one. But again, like I said, I'm going to be doing different angles and different views to work for everybody. I can't please everybody, so if you don't like the style of the video that I put up, you don't have to watch that particular video. You can watch one where you like the style of the video. I personally would like you to watch my videos, but it's completely up to y'all. I can't tell you what to watch, when to watch it, and why to watch it. Just know I'm just trying to work what's best out for everybody. Not please everybody, but just work what's best out for everybody.
He must have got yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. me too. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Ah, 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 ah. Yes.
For new groomers, I know in the video you constantly see me using my brush and my comb. I want to tell you guys, your brush and your comb is literally going to be your best friend, and it's going to make you perfect your haircut. It's going to be what makes your haircut great or what makes your haircut not great. So you always want to utilize your comb and your brush. Your brush is for back brushing and your comb is just to go through to see if there's any stickyouties, any more tangles in the coat that you missed, or just any imperfections in the haircut that you can go over and fix. Back brushing, you always want to back brush. Back brushing is your friend. One groomer told another groomer, and this was back when I worked at a store up in Pennsylvania. A groomer told a new groomer that back brushing makes you cut the dog's coat shorter than you want to. I just want to set the record straight and say that is absolutely incorrect. Back brushing is not going to make you cut the dog's coat any shorter than the clip comb or the blade that is on your clipper. Back brushing just allows you to go over and make your cut even. So when you are clippering your dog, that first couple strokes that you do on the dog's body and it looks uneven, go through and back brush it. So take that brush and brush against the grain of the dog's hair growth and then go over with a clipper. It's going to make your cut look so much nicer. But please, 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 for new groomers and people who are learning how to groom their dogs at home, always utilize your comb. That's a hard metal comb, and your brush, a long pin slicker brush. And if you guys have any questions about the Groom, please feel free to drop it down in the comments. If you have any questions for me, if you have any questions about the style of video you may want to see, if you have any questions or any dog breeds that you might want to see, drop them down in the comments. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button just to continue to push this video out to the algorithm. You guys have been doing phenomenal. I just want really thank you all for everything that you are contributing to for my channel. The positive comments and the negative comments, it all helps 100%, and I just want to say I love each and every one of y'all.
I don't know actually. I'm gonna ask him when he comes back. Say Jaxon. Jaxon, what I say?
Okay guys, if you made it this far, you might as well wait till the end to see Jackson's funny pictures. But now we're going to take a quick flashback look at his before. This is what he looked like when he first came in the shop, and this right here is his after. I think he looks so cute. He is so funny. As you can see, I'm trying to get a video of him, and this is what he does. He smacks the thing out my hand, or at least he tries to. It is always comical. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys smash that like button, share this video, drop a comment down below, do all that fancy YouTube stuff. I love you guys. Train your dogs for grooming. Make sure you watch every video straight through. Watch those ads. Enjoy the videos. I'll catch you in the next one. Love you guys.